October 8th, 1998. And I realized the one I just did before this was October 3rd, 1998, and I put the wrong date on it. This is actually October the 8th, 1998. Richard Martin got me a copy of the multiple listing service diskette so that I can do comparable searches without so much hassle. And this isn't in there, but the way I would do comps before is I'd have to drive up and down the neighborhoods and write down all of the numbers on the signs and then call all of the realtors and ask them how much they're asking for the house. And of course, all they want to do is sell me a house. So this was a whole lot easier thanks to him. The last week has been very full, and last night I fell asleep on him for the first time. He was upset about how his sister was treating him and needed to talk, and I tried my best to stay with him but kept fading out. He thinks she hates him, and she thinks he abused his relationship with his mother by making her work for him and then firing her after she lost close to $500,000 in poor management of some of the convenience stores he started. She is apparently very wealthy by marriage and looks down on Richard because of his failure at marriage, his involvement with a stolen boat, and the condition of his office and his staff, according to Richard. I suggested that she is the little sister who could never be as popular nor as successful as her big brother, and that her hostilities are merely a defense mechanism for dealing with her own failures to ever accomplish anything for herself. I hope I am right. I would hate to find out that she is right and that Richard took advantage of his mother and treated her poorly. She has been diagnosed with cancer and is already so frail that I fear I won't get to know her well enough in time to learn what their relationship was. I believe that mother and son relationship is vital to a man's perception of himself and how he relates to women from then on. Richard has asked that I personally do a presentation for Tom Butler's Rotary Club because his ex-wife, Susan, is its president. I took Jamie, Daniel Capiro, Fleetwood Cougar, and Windstar Bobcat and did a 30-minute slideshow and petting for him. And this isn't in here, but that makes my heart hurt so that I even did that back then and let people touch these cats. But I was stupid in 1998. I had seen Susan the day she signed the release when I paid off Richard's alimony, but I didn't know if she had seen me. She welcomed me as if she did not know who I was and was cordial throughout. She is an animal lover and asked me some difficult questions about the dangers these animals face in captivity, but her questions did not seem aggressive towards me. I found her likable and motivated to do good in her community and wondered where it all went wrong between her and Richard. I would like to speak to her in another place at another time to find out what she can tell me about their situation, so that he and I do not fall into that same quicksand that sucked the life out of their marriage. Richard keeps saying that he couldn't communicate with her and that she was unreasonable in her opinions. I bet he said it at least 24 times. If I said the sky was blue, she would argue that it was green. My fear is, and I've told him, that he believes that no matter what he says, he is right, and anyone who differs with him is wrong. This is the way our conversations usually go. If I agree, we are okay. If I disagree, he becomes hateful, accusatory, and will continue to badger me into agreeing with him just to bring his tirade to an end. Then he's mad because he knows I still don't agree and that I've only conceded to shut him up. He says he doesn't want me to just agree with him. He wants me to actually believe the same way he does. While I understand this desire to share common beliefs, I don't know if that's entirely feasible. I wonder if this was the cause of the lack of communication between he and Susan. Did she learn after a while to keep her opinions to herself so as not to incite him to rage? Or did she retreat into silence once she accidentally ventured out onto a shelf of opinionism? Not even sure that's a word. As always, I believe that I can take a bad situation and turn it into good. I pray for strength and guidance.